Good morning, all you beautiful people. Salutations. Buenos dias. Good morning for all of those overseas. As you can see, this isn't Chef Justin today. This is Sous Chef Pudge. We are over here making some French toast with blueberry maple syrup. Yeah, that's true. And homemade whipped cream. I am going to be joined by a special guest. You may know him from the Friday show, from the Monday show, from the Wednesday show. You may know him as Josh Kimmel. The man, the myth, the legend will be with me today. And we are brought to you by Finn's Talk Sports Network and FantasyNowPlus.com. Let's start the show right now.
You're watching Bites and Insights only on Fantasy Now Plus.
Yo, yo, yo.
Good
What?
morning. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm new to the show. Questions off the rip.
Heck yeah.
I'm Josh. It's my first time. I swore to Justin, the boss, I would never do a Sunday show because I don't have time. But I heard Pudge had nobody, so as I am here. I'm here today. My AirPods didn't charge last night, so Justin, forgive me. We don't like doing this on Fantasy Now Plus. We like to have the professional look. So I apologize for my unprofessionalism this morning, Justin. Please do not terminate me or suspend me or fine me. Either or. But anyway, what's going on, man? I'm excited for some French toast.
Man, this is not your father's French toast. You know what I mean? This is the good stuff. This is not diet friendly, so don't come at me with I'm gonna have diabetes in like 6 minutes because it's gonna happen. We do have a couple questions right off the rip. French toast doesn't take that long to make, so we can talk. Juwan Jennings is out, I believe. I have to look at the injury report, but that would be BTJ.
Yep. BTJ there, sir, if Juwan Jennings is out. But Love or Baker, that's the question right there. Baker Mayfield, obviously we already know his stats and how awesome he is. He's going against San Francisco at home, 4:25 Eastern. We have, of course, Jordan Love. We said this on the Friday show. It may be a trap game. I know they're playing Cincinnati, but this might be a get right game for them because they did just get embarrassed. I believe, with that tie against Dallas, and their defense was supposed to be so great, but they give up all these points. That being said, I do think they're going to try to run the ball down the field with Josh Jacobs, and it'd be like a spread out game. I see a tighter game than we think there in Green Bay, so I'm going to go Baker. More competitive game, more points scored, two high octane offenses. Both teams are top 5 in passing. Why not? Yeah, give me Baker.
Doesn't scare you that Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are out?
Didn't scare me before. Why would it scare me now?
Just saying.
Fire up. Oh, hold on. I got to fix my lives. See, this is why I promised I would never do these Sunday shows. Because if you know me, I play in a million leagues and I always start an out person. Because I'm the worst roster manager. I'm the worst waiver guy. I'm the worst at checking I'm over it. So I'm going to
You might be the worst, but you are Fantasy Jesus.
Thank you. Appreciate that,
Thanks,
guys.
Cat. Thanks, Cat.
Thanks, guys. No, but I'm here today to actually assist everybody in their start sits while I do my own lineups because I have yet to do that. I've been watching this horrible London game while playing Fortnite with my son's dual screens. And man, Mr. Bustin himself it's not
Bustin Fields.
It is what it is. He's not putting up some good performances. Again, this is a sloppy game. We don't like these overseas games. People were asking us a lot, like, should I start Mason Taylor or X tight end? And we kind of said Mason Taylor a lot because we like the chemistry he's going to be building with Fields. But I did mention this is an overseas game and it's going to be ugly, and it has been ugly. On the other side, it's not beautiful at all. Like, where's Cortland Sutton? 1 catch, 17 yards. You see, Bo Nix has 15 completions. Most of them you would think have to have gone to Cortland Sutton. Nope, just uno, just one. Evan Ingram sitting there, 4 catches, 30 yards. So he is the leading receiver for the Broncos at the moment. But again, this game has been boring. Boring. But Jamie's got a question. With Quentin Johnson out, who do I start? Tyler Algier or Kendre Miller? I'm gonna leave that to you because I have Quentin Johnson in some lineups that I know I have to get him out.
I'm gonna take Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller is actually the number 1 player for evaded tackles on the season. I know that's kind of weird, but him and Alvin Kamara are both top 10. Kamara was 9th in evaded tackles, and Kendre Miller was 1. So I don't really like anything behind Bijan today, but that's just me. JR, I don't understand what they're doing over there for the Cardinals. They are starting Bam Knight over Michael Carter. I don't know if you knew that or not. But yes, that is absolutely
It says a lot.
I don't know.
It says a lot about what's going on over there in Arizona. That's so frustrating for everybody.
We talked about it on Friday.
Yeah, we did talk about it on Friday, man. So QJ's definitely out. See, these are the things that we watch this show. These are the things that I watch the show for. You guys let me know who's out. Well, I'm screwing off with my kids playing Fortnite, chilling before the big games. But yeah. So what else we got going on here today? The Colts. If you're a Colts fan, yeah, go Colts. Woohoo.
So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I take 3 eggs and I mix my sugar first. Then I take heavy whipping cream. I don't use milk. I'll add a cup to that. You should use 1/4 cup to every egg.
1/4 cup to every egg. This is for whipped cream?
No, this is for my my French toast batter.
Oh, your French toast batter. So, yeah, look at the jersey. Show it off the back. I don't know if people saw it. Interesting player. Yeah.
Sous Chef Pudge, man. You got to watch out for that guy. He's wily. He's a wily vet.
He's taking over Justin's job for sure. Probably. Maybe. Possibly.
He's actually going in for Bustin' Fields next week.
Poor guy. Man, okay, so we've seen Bustin
step it up. He catches so many strays.
He deserves it though. Think about this. Why does he get all these shots year after year after year when someone like Trey Lance got 3 games, maybe 2.5 games, and he's just destined to be a bench warmer for the rest of his life and never to be seen again? I don't understand why some people get shots left and right and some people just get exiled. Never to be seen again.
He's Trey Lance. He's not good.
I haven't seen if he's good or not. I guess their practice tells them, but still, I've seen Bustin not be good. I've seen it not be good.
This is a trick. If you're ever going to make your own whipped cream, take this. Do not whip it. Do not whip it with your hands. That is a terrible idea. Put this in the freezer. It will make your whipped cream thick and it will come out a lot better.
What is that? I'm not a chef.
It's a blender.
All right. It's a blender. I use ice cream.
Blender. If you throw it in the freezer for about 18, 20 minutes, the whipped cream comes out and it actually thickens properly like a normal one would.
Yes, Justin. Eggs and whipped cream. I don't know. How do you make it fluffy? Egg white? I would assume as a novice, as a person, as a novice, so I don't know. I'm not a chef. I'm a person that cooks food that I can cook. As far as baking or creating my own whipped cream, I get Cool Whip. I did get my Cool Whip, by the way. Did I tell you that, Pudge?
Out of the freezer?
I got the Cool Whip when we had. So last night we had pumpkin pie and Cool Whip, and then this morning we had Eggos and Cool Whip. That's what we had over at my diabetes-ridden house. I had nothing but sugar for dinner and sugar for breakfast so far. And looks like you're about to have sugar for breakfast as well. I love it. Whipped cream. It's just whipped. So you just take cream and you just whip it? That doesn't make sense, Justin. I assume there's butter involved.
No. So you take heavy whipping cream, you
Okay.
add powdered sugar to it,
All right.
and some vanilla,
All right. Vanilla
and
extract.
shebang. You've got your own whipped cream.
Oh, that's it?
That's it, man. It's so easy. I don't know why people don't do it.
I don't know how to do it. Now I know how to do it. You add an air to cream and it turns into whipped cream. I'm drinking a beer. For what beer are we drinking, Jamie? What's up, son? You want to say hi? He wants to say what about Cool Up? You want to say what about Cool Up on the show? All right, let's go. What about Cool Whip? Yeah, what about Cool? We got criticized on the Friday show. He said this guy said he likes real whipped cream on his pumpkin pie. You're muted.
You asked for it, you got it.
That's right. That's right. So I don't know what happens on these Thursday show or Sunday shows. Is this how it normally works, Justin? He cooks, you cook, and Pudge just fills time. I like it. I'm here for it. You can add sugar, but it's not required. So I guess since we're talking to cooking this morning, one of my old girlfriends, if my wife's not watching, she's sleeping on the couch right now. So I'm free to say this. When I was a cook at a restaurant, right, I was a line cook, just cooked simple stuff. Yeah, bread. I fell in love with a waitress, which everyone does. If you go to a restaurant, they're all in bed with each other, all of them. Anyway, so therefore I fell in love with this one girl and she was a baker. She liked baking. She baked me all this stuff and she wanted to teach me how to do it. All of my cakes, all of my breads, everything just fell flat. I'm just not good at it, guys. So I just quit baking. I'm just like, I heat up stuff. That's what I do.
Baking is actually is a skill because you have to know how much water to add. I mean, there's an actual skill to baking. Cooking is not so much. It's just pretty straightforward. If you can make French toast sticks out of the freezer, you can pretty much cook anything.
Dude, Jamie's so right. Like, that's what happens at restaurants. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm never letting my kids work in a restaurant in my entire life.
That sounds like the movie Waiting.
Everything you saw in the movie Waiting is kind of like accurate. It's
pretty true.
It's pretty accurate.
I used to bartend, and yeah,
I'm never gonna let my kids work in a restaurant. It's the worst. And if you go to a restaurant, as a matter of fact, I don't go to restaurants anymore. But unless you got no game, so me,
no game. I love it.
Man, Justin, you didn't have game. Come on, man. I'll teach you one day. I can only start 2: Xavier Worthy, Michael Pittman, Drake London. Bash Erver asks. So, okay, we got some questions here. We like Michael Pittman today. Michael Pittman has been automatic with Daniel Jones in the lineup, so I got no problem with starting Michael Pittman off the rip. So Drake London versus Worthy. Drake London's been down this year. He already had his bye, so if you look at his total numbers, it's going to look bad. But Drake London's the number one option in that offense. I can't imagine starting Xavier Worthy over him, especially with that possible reoccurring injury. How about you, man? I think Drake London's a safer floor than Xavier Woods against Buffalo on Monday Night Football.
I like those two. I like Pittman and London. If you drafted London, you're starting him. He's not in no man's land yet.
No.
Penix has had a rough. Let's be honest. Penix has had a rough start to the season. It's been abysmal for him to start, but let's let them, the first quarter of the season's done. Now, if he doesn't do anything over the next couple of games, we can revisit this, but you drafted London to start for you. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, so
these are blueberry preserves. Now I'm going to heat these up on very low heat. Very low heat. Just get them so they're nice and like a little liquidy. and that's when I'll add my maple syrup to it to get the
All right.
blueberry maple jelly.
I mean, what kind of bread was that? What kind of bread was that? Rye?
No, that's challah.
Challah,
It's obviously Jewish,
right?
but it's day old bread.
Okay. Not
It's
a
really
bread
good
guy.
stuff. You use day old bread. You want like the real dry stuff because it'll soak up all that juice for
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, it makes sense. So next week, or not next week, I don't know if I don't know if I'll be back here next week or if you have a guest, but Justin wants you to cook with him too. So you guys cook together. He just put that out there in the chat for everyone to see. So that's what you guys will be doing pretty soon. I can't wait for that. Hala. That's not how you pronounce that, he says.
Challah.
I've seen the Penn State fans are trying to get me fired. They were handing out the bags that say "Fire Big Game James." Big Game James back in the day, huh? What did you do, James? Big Game James. What did you do in the kitchen? Were you a line cook? Dishwashers get some tail too. Or were you a server? Servers, guy servers crush it. I don't know, in the industry. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. They crush it. I don't know why. It is what it is. It's like Ola. Like he was on the grill. Dude, we never got us line cooks, we never got the credit we deserved. Making like $12 an hour while the waitresses and waiters out there making like $2.50, just talking, small talking. Oh, hey, I'm a big tipper because I did work in the restaurant business, but I just don't get it twisted. These waiters and waitresses that service you, they're on their phones on TikTok while the cooks are there doing all the hard work, doing pretty much everything. All they do is just run you the food, honestly. But be that as it may, I still tip big because I understand they deal with a lot of jerks like myself. So tip your waiters and waitresses.
Always.
But understand the people doing the real work are in the back. I'm gonna.
But they also get paid more. They get paid more.
Who gets paid more?
The people in the back.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
On Michigan, they make like, oh man, the serving wage is like $3, $3.15.
I was a cook for like a long time in my life. I was making like $14 an hour. I was like 20, 22, 23, 24 years old. That's nothing. My paychecks were like $900 every 2 weeks. These waitresses were making $400 a day. Like, shut up. Like, no, they don't. No. And all they did was sit there on their phones and jerk off with each other. Like, they don't do anything. Like, I'm sorry. But hey, but I didn't know that. So people up north, your staff gets paid like $100,000 back there. That's what I know bartenders make over at Older Beer and stuff.
I made a pretty good living at bartending.
Yeah, you did. It's almost it's almost one of those jobs where you get stuck in because you're making so much money, but you don't have a retirement, you don't have any health insurance, but you're making so much money, so it's almost like an easy trap. So then next thing you know, you blink, you're 45 years old, you're still there, but you have no future. So bartending is a good young person.
There's zero savings there.
Yeah, because honestly, after work, if you're a bartender, we love you. I do. Get out. Go get a real job.
Yeah, if you're a bartender, put it in the comments.
And oh man, I'm gonna get canceled off this network, man. See, this was a bad idea. This is cranky Josh this morning. Morning Josh is cranky Josh.
Oh,
I used to make more money in one night bar backing when I did cooking for a week. Yeah. Cooks make nothing, man, and they get all the trash thrown back at them. Anyway, fantasy football. Were those stripping in between tables, making that much money? Yeah, pretty much. I used to smoke a ton of weed out back by the dumpster. I don't know how people can do that and work. I don't know. I want to go to sleep.
I can't. I've never actually smoked weed. I know that is, I've always been an athlete, and my kids aren't watching, but I started to chew tobacco and for wrestling, and we would spit. I know that's kind of gross, but that's what we did. And then went to college, just never wanted anything in my lungs because wrestling is all endurance. So it was a weird thing, and I just never did it. So couldn't do it in the Navy. Lasted that long till I was 30 years old. So I figured, why start now?
Yeah. No. I never.
Well, Jamie,
Well,
I never said I didn't take edibles.
well, here's some good. Here's some bad news, by the way. Garrett Wilson doesn't have his helmet after being in the medical tent. Ungood. Ungood for us fan. Oh man, yeah. Ungood for Justin Fields and the New York Jets offense. I hope he's fine. I can't watch the game because it's behind me. But yeah, they do have edibles. And honestly, I never used it until I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And it's actually helped me out a ton. And that's when I got my best shape, is when I started smoking, because my arthritis went away. Well, it didn't go away, it just felt better. All right. So he wants Justin wants to know, who should I start? Michael Carter or Bam Knight?
Bam Knight.
Bam Knight, because they're telling us to. But do you feel good about it? Do you want to? Do you want that? Any part of that? Isn't there? There's got to be some kind of running back, like someone mentioned Tyler Algier earlier, that is going to get at least 8 to 10 carries and is on a better offense. Man, I don't know if I want to touch Bam Knight or Michael Carter at this point. It's gross. But if you're stuck in a rut, yeah, Bam. They told us. What if he gets 3 runs and Michael Carter blows up? You're right. What if? What if?
Will do, Jamie. Will do.
All right, Jamie. We will let you know when the French toast is done. You and Topher have a great show. Tell Topher what up. And I hope you guys I hope you guys crush it over there. If you're watching right here, double screen it. Go watch Jamie and Topher. I'm really excited for do you guys eat the food on the stream? Do we get to see what's happening? I saw Justin has like 3 camera sets up. He's got one over the grill. He's got one like what you have. No. I thought I was gonna get the whole show. He doesn't have that?
Oh no. I mean, I've got multiple cameras, but I just don't know how to use them. But yes, I've got a couple of taste testers upstairs that are eager to try the French toast. This is their favorite.
That's their favorite, right on.
So this is just maple syrup.
Okay.
And that's going in with the blueberry.
So maple syrup and the blueberry. See, that's where I'm out. I'm not a blueberry guy. I'm not a fruit in my breakfast kind of guy either. But I know my kids are. So one time I tried banana nut pancakes with my son. He threw it at me. Like, he was so mad. He likes bananas. He likes nuts. He likes pancakes. But if you mix them together, he's not a big fan of that. I guess your kids are, which thank goodness they are. It's an awesome thing to have. My son's like, no, mixture is not a good thing. I don't know how you guys feel about that in the breakfast debate. Justin, Josh is a 10-year-old. You don't know that, Justin. You don't know what my tastes are. Kind of, yeah. I like 10-year-old. Yeah, of course. But I like diverse stuff. Once I went to Disney in the Be Our Guest segment of the Disney thing, you have to make your reservations and stuff. It's very fancy. They brought out a cheese plate, like a charcuterie board. Dude, those cheeses sucked. And the waiter told me I have a very childlike taste bud, or whatever they said. Very, very not complex taste buds. And my wife makes fun of me about it all the time. So
that's pretty condescending.
It was. It really was. Yeah.
It
was. I mean, look, they were teaming up on me. My wife and the waiter were teaming up on me. It is what it is.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah,
they're having fun with you.
Okay. Yeah. But it's true though. I'm very simple. Very simple.
Okay. We got something this week. We got Twitch. Sorry.
Half PPR starting Pollard at flex. Only other option are Kendre Miller and Higgins. I'm assuming that's Jaden Higgins or T. Because it can't be T Higgins. Should be an auto
It's
start.
gotta be T Higgins. I
Would you
can't
start
imagine
one if
starting Jaden
Chase
Higgins.
or Kamara misses? Oh yeah, because Chase. I would start T Higgins there.
Yeah,
T
with Flacco coming in, he likes those big targets. He's look at him and Njoku last year, or well, was that 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago. But he likes big targets. He will absolutely go after T. T is just all he is Kyle Pitts. He's Kyle Pitts plus. He's faster. He's Jatavian Sanders, Theo Johnson. All these guys are the same. T Higgins is built like a tight end, so he's got a lot more moves to him. He's obviously a lot more better at the catch point and things like that. But I would go T Higgins for sure.
Yeah, I like T Higgins there. I think I know he's frustrating because he is one of those yo-yo players, but they didn't trade for Joe Flacco for nothing. They're 2-3. For some reason, this is a very winnable division. I mean, it's a joke to say Cincinnati could possibly win that division, but they could. If they're going to do it,
Very
any
possible.
time is now. They got games up on Baltimore. They got to catch Pittsburgh. I understand that. And Cleveland's Cleveland. They're 1-4. So Cincinnati is still second in this division, just a couple games back behind Pittsburgh. They're going to try to win. Their season's not over yet. They're hoping that Joe Burrow can be back for a playoff push if they are eligible right for the playoffs. So they're not dead in the water. Green Bay just gave up 40 points to Dallas, which I know Dallas it's Dallas. Dak Prescott's on fire right now, but Joe Flacco with Chase and T Higgins, I'm kind of like my eyebrows raised. Like, could this be a thing? I hope so. It'd be pretty cool. But man, if he doesn't get any time and Michael Parsons is crushing Joe Flacco all day, it's gonna be a long day for that Cleveland or that Cincinnati Bengals offense. We're gonna be going, man. They told us to start T Higgins. Sorry, man. Joe Flacco doesn't have time to throw. That could be a situation.
It's gonna be tough.
Could be a situation. Oh man, what's your favorite matchup today? I know you're probably not looking at them, but I will give you a couple of mine. I'm really intrigued into this Arizona Colts game, not just because Justin's here, but when you play a kind of mid-tier team, I want to see what Daniel Jones does. I want to see if he's going to stay really, really good and stay on top as a top 10 quarterback, or if they kind of fade away. Maybe it's an off game, a trap game for them. I'm interested to see how that offense is going to work against Arizona. And I'm really, really want to know what's going to happen with Sam Darnold going on the road to Jacksonville off of a massive loss in Tampa Bay. In Jacksonville, how they're going to follow up with Kansas City win. This is the biggest game of the week. This is the biggest game of the week. Seattle, Jacksonville, 2 players for the playoffs coming off either a big loss or a big win. That's what I'm looking for. I can't believe it's only a 1:00 game too.
Yeah, with the Lions in there at the Lions Chiefs play tonight. I'm really interested in that one for obvious reasons. I am very intrigued by the Rams and Ravens game. The Rams and Ravens, Matthew Stafford could have 500 yards today.
Good.
He could break the record against this defense. They got old Cooper Rush over there, just not doing much of anything. Derrick Henry is a shell of himself, it seems.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on there. And that defense is very, very good. I would look for them to have one of those bonanza games.
And just to follow up, Meb Brissett is supposedly starting for Arizona to back up my excitement for that. Yes, I know. That's what I want. I want to see if Indy steps up and you got to beat the teams ahead of you that you play, and you can't fall for this trap. Oh, they got Brissett starting. Some teams fall for that. But I'm with you on the Baltimore game. I need to see R.I.P. Zay Flowers, right? R.I.P. Mark Andrews. He's been dead. This offense just fell off a cliff without Lamar Jackson, and I don't think they have an identity without Lamar, which is a huge problem, which proves that should be the MVP always, because he is probably the most valuable player to any team.
His QBR before he went out was insane. It was great. Like his game from where he came out of Louisville and what they really thought he could be, they really gifted Baltimore with him. It was Ozzie Newsome's last pick in the first round. They moved back up to grab him, and that may have been one of the greatest moves in NFL draft history that really doesn't get talked about.
Yeah, then they draft Hayden Hurst in the first round earlier.
Before him, yes.
Yeah, way before him. Then they traded back up to get Lamar. We have UB1. That's your name for me because I can't. I think it's something you quit. I don't know what it is, but I will say this: Chargers Dolphins. That's a huge game too. Just see if McDaniels is still gonna be have an office in the Miami Dolphins facility after this game, because this is the matchup. If you're a Dolphins fan, you know this debate's been going on ever since Tua and Herbert been drafted. They should have drafted Herbert. Why didn't they draft Herbert? If the Miami Dolphins had Herbert, where would they be at this moment? That's the biggest thing in Miami Dolphins fandom. I know that. So don't let Justin Herbert come to Miami and blow y'all out. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, but don't let it happen, because it's going to be bad for the Miami Dolphins fan base and Mike McDaniels over there. And we are part of the Fins Talk Sports Network. We talked about this yesterday, actually, on No Holds Barred. We had the wrestling show yesterday, and Bobby, boss over there at Fins Talk Sports Network, he asked me if I think McDaniels should be let go. And yeah, and he asked me who should take over the Dolphins as the new head coach. Should it be a new guy, like as I call them, the Madden coaches, right? The Madden coaches like Mike McDaniels, or should it be a veteran guy, somebody like Spagnuolo, someone who should get a shot? So I want the older guy, and Mike McCarthy came to mind. I think he'd be phenomenal over there in Miami. He's not doing nothing else. He just left Dallas. He was fine over there in Dallas. I think they need one of those fine veteran coaches, not some Madden coach. I'm over these guys. I'll say you, sir.
If McDaniel gets the axe from losing to the Chargers, it's going to be because of Hassan Haskins. and that right there says a lot. If Hassan Haskins is the reason you absolutely poo the bed and don't get a win today because you can't stop them on defense, let's remember that Dotson's out. So they are already crippled even further. Oh, man. A coach that comes to mind would be, I know you're not going to like it, and he's kind of the same type of coach, but it's going to be Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury has experience as a head coach. He is, I think he's wiser. He's always had a great offense. Doesn't matter who really is the quarterback. He's got Jaden Daniels now, but I can't think of any offensive minded coaches that can come in there and do much of anything. There are a couple of defensive coaches I believe should get another try. Obviously, Brian Flores can't go back there. I love Brian Flores as a head coach. I know that it's probably not a good thing down there in Miami, but maybe we get Josh McDaniels as a head coach down there. That's the same division. And that would be some Ben Johnson type stuff. It'd give you guys some locker room material. It'd be fun. It would be fun to see him down there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens, but I do think that getting Tyreek back, having all those, there are so many offensive weapons down there, and then Tua is Tua. You probably have to get a placeholder quarterback,
Tua's
or
Tua.
Tua can look good for 55 minutes and lose the game in the last 5, or he can not protect himself, a la Jackson Dart. Please start protecting yourself. Get knocked out of the game.
Ooh. Okay, Ubi, thank you for that correction. For now on, Ubi is the name. Anthony Richardson named quarterback 3, AD Mitchell inactive. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Is that another guy, A Rich, that we're not going to see develop? He's just a lost. Like he's just
he will get another chance someplace else. A la, the guy that was in Tennessee, quarterback. Everybody thought he was supposed to be a first round pick. I can't think of his name. He's Jordan Love's backup now.
Oh, Malik Willis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Malik Willis. Yeah, we liked Malik Willis.
Yeah,
I liked Malik Willis coming out.
And actually, Malik Willis filling in for Jordan Love last year
was really good.
Did really well.
Yeah, it was really good. Would love to hold A Rich in Dynasty, but losing hope. I know. Hey, JR, I still have Trey Lance in a ton of Dynasty leagues. I think we talked about that earlier, how Bustin Fields keeps on getting rolls, by the way. It's 11-10 New York Jets, which I didn't know who just scored. But yeah, Bustin Fields keeps on getting jobs, and Trey Lance got 0 chances after like 2.5 games. If Anthony Richardson still gets a chance after his limited time, I'd be surprised. But someone's going to take a shot. Someone has to take a shot. Look at all these quarterback hungry teams. I wouldn't be surprised if Dolphins got a shot out of, Miami. Tua's got to go. They need to try something. And Tua's not the quarterback one in Miami for the future. I thought he was going to be. He's not. New York's probably going to move on from Justin Fields if he doesn't show anything at all. Kyler's got to move on. I've been saying this. Kyler's good at being a professional athlete. Like he's really athletic and awesome. But as far as a teammate, quarterback, and he'd be booted out of any major city by now. If he played in New York, Boston, Chicago, the criticism would have been running wild. He's been protected over there in Arizona. I mean, there are some quarterback hungry teams.
So
Pittsburgh's going to need somebody. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What I do with, I don't add cinnamon sugar to my batter. I add it when it's in the pan. It gives it a nice little crust. Okay. Tastes like a nice little caramel.
All right, I like it. I dig it. It was a safety for the Jets. Okay. Yeah, I figured it had to be it. I need Breece Hall to step it up. I need Breece Hall to step it up, man. Let me tell you something. Because that's why I don't like these London games at all. How are you guys a fan of London games? I know that a lot of people don't like to wake up early. I like waking up early. Matter of fact, WWE Crown Jewel was yesterday 8 a.m. with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, all these guys. It was a great show, one of the best WWE shows of the year by far. Australia put on a great crowd. They showed up. I'm okay with these morning shows. I'm a morning person. But when you give me football from 9 a.m. all the way until 11 p.m. nonstop, it's a little too much. So here's my idea, Pudge, that I pitched early in the show or before our show started. When we have these London shows, London games, we need to stop doing Sunday Night Football. No Sunday Night Football. And go, well, that's not fair to the West Coasters. That's not fair. They have to get up at 6 to watch these games. Sour grapes, buddies. Who cares? Too bad. Deal with it. Every single week, us East Coast dads have to stay up till midnight to watch these games while you guys are living in paradise. Games in at 8 o'clock. You can go to bed at a decent time and have a normal Monday. We don't get that. When football season starts, Mondays we drag because we have to stay up so late. So you know what? You have to do it a couple weeks of the season. Big deal. Deal with it. Wake up early. We don't need Sunday Night Football. All day is too much. Too much of one thing is too much. If you put too much cinnamon sugar in those French toasts, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to be good because you're going to put too much cinnamon sugar in it. We don't need football from the moment we wake up to the moment we need to go to sleep. God darn it. So fix it,
So,
NFL. I want to spend time with my kids.
As you can see, that is my whipped cream.
Sorry, I need Brees and Wilson to do nothing. Yeah, Wilson's doing nothing. Brees is doing nothing. Last we heard Wilson. Oh, the inactives came out. We didn't even talk about that. Last thing we saw, Garrett Wilson was in the blue tent. NFL.com.
Yeah, where are we at with the inactives here, sir?
Yeah, man. See, this is where we need Justin here. He's the boss. He knows what to do. Overseas games seem to be good for kickers. Yeah, it does. That's why I didn't like to start any of these guys. But if you had Brees or Garrett Wilson, you're not benching them, although you should have. They're really not doing great. Where are these inactives at? Health and safety players. See, overseas games, man, terrible. Oh, he's gonna mute himself because he's probably gonna be using the blender. While he's using the blender, I'm trying to find these inactive lists. JT Sanders out again? Come on, man. I liked him this week too. I know Pudge is a massive fan of Sanders. He sold me on Sanders actually, and I'm like, nah, I don't know if he's gonna be good. And looks like they found out he's going to be a target for Mr. Bryce Young early on. Do you not expect Alvin Kamara to be traded? Man. But if Alvin Kamara got traded, where would he go to be effective? I mean, let's be fair with that. Players ruled out for Sunday's 7 early games. Broncos. All right. Here's the inactives. Here we go. Finally popped up. Lamar Jackson, obviously inactive. Roquan Smith, inactive for the Ravens. For the Rams, obviously Stetson Bennett, no big deal. Kobe Parkinson, nobody was starting him. Nobody fantasy-wise. Cowboys, Kayvon Turpin again, inactive. CeeDee Lamb, obviously inactive. Panthers, Jatavian Sanders, inactive. Chuba Hubbard, inactive, as we thought and knew. Kyler Murray is inactive officially. He is not going to play today. We have Joby. That looks pretty good. We have Jacoby Brissett playing today, so ungood for all you Trey McBriders and all of you Marvin Harrisoners. Not looking good. For the Colts, we have Tyler Goodson inactive, A.D. Mitchell, Anthony Richardson, of course. Seahawks, Witherspoon is inactive. Rick Woolen is inactive. So their top 2 corners for the Seattle Seahawks are inactive. That's going to be huge for BTJ, for Travis Hunter, and the like. So that's why I'm hoping Brian Thomas Jr. has a good game this week finally, because Seahawks don't have a secondary.
So what you're really saying is start Parker Washington? Is that what I heard?
Possibly, yes. And apparently Bam Knight is a starter. Chargers, Quentin Johnson is officially rolled out. Jalen Wright for the Miami Dolphins. Shocking. Not really shocking. Browns, no one of note. Steelers, Calvin Austin III again, of course. Patriots, no one of note. Tommy DeVito, just in case you guys care. In case you guys liked him at one point. And that's it. Nothing really big, significant. No surprises. I do have to fix a lot of my lineups, though. because I'm a slacker.
So I won't put the blueberry on for my kids, but we're almost ready here. I'm going to call in the Goof Troop, and we should be good to go. So
Right
1 second
on.
there, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm just fixing my lines for. Hey, I got a question for Chef Pudge. Is Ryan Flournoy or a thing now after getting 9 targets?
No, he's not.
Oh,
I wouldn't put my chips in on him. Sorry. I know it's cool, like but he's never been a thing. Just not really excited about his 9 targets that he got last week.
what trades do we think is going to happen? Well, I don't think Kamara is going to be traded. I think Kamara is going to be stuck there for now. So Kendre Miller,
Kamara actually vetoed the trade. I think he's got a veto in his trade clause, or he's got a trade clause in his contract, and he said he doesn't want to be traded. He wants to end his career with New Orleans. A little bit of information.
I like that. It's always respectable. We don't see those these days. Can you guys help me? Start to Rico Dowdle, Ted McMillan, and Devontae Adams. So Hubbard's out. We do like Rico Dowdle this week, especially now that we know Chuba Hubbard is out playing Dallas. Ted is also playing Dallas. That's also a smash. And Devontae Adams, it's very, very hard to sit him versus Baltimore. These are all smashes. So that being said, I think I'm going to go Dowdle, and I think I'm going to go Devontae Adams, leaving Tet on the bench. Unfortunately, that's where I'm going to go. How say you, Pudge? And you're muted, Pudge. He's still muted. You're muted.
Sorry about that. I didn't want you to hear my blender or anything going. I love Adams today. I've already talked about how Stafford could get free 500 yards on this Ravens defense. Yeah, I like Tet. They're going to be able to throw against these guys. We've already seen there's 3 people that are questionable in their secondary. They've already got Jack Sanborn out. So I'm a defensive guy. I look at stuff like that. Those are key players that are going to be out, and Tet should have a pretty good game.
Right on. Chargers have been searching for a running back, allegedly. That'd be nice if they can go out and get one, but just who's for sale? Derrick Henry. I know that's a hotness, but I don't know if teams really want to be a part of the Derrick Henry. I don't know.
Could you see Breece Hall there? What about Breece Hall?
That'd be phenomenal. That'd be great. I would love that. But are the Jets going to do that? That's the question. That'd be really the best case scenario for Breece, and Hampton owners, managers would be losing their mind in the dynasty space. They would be losing their absolute mind. It'd be a firestorm in the dynasty space if that happened. News on Jauan Jennings, nothing as of yet. That is a later game, so we don't have anything now. Just keep monitoring it. Kamara has no trade clauses, where if he eventually wants to get traded, he chooses where. Yeah. That's pretty smart on him. And again, I like that. That's respectable. We don't see a lot of players play from the same team from the start to the end. So I do love that. It's always, I can't stand it. Like I have right now a poster of Allen Iverson right here in a Denver Nuggets jersey, and it looks gross. I only have that there to remind myself that the best player, one of my favorite players of all time, didn't finish his career with the Sixers. It makes me sick. Like seeing Jordan play for the Wizards, sick, gross. Seeing anyone play for a different team that long, like seeing Brady play for the Bucks, should be gross to Patriots fans. It should be disgusting. So Kamara plays somewhere else. New Orleans fans will be pretty upset. How's that French toast coming over there? What are we doing with that whipping cream? I can't wait to see the final results of this amazing French toast. I like the crispiness of it that you described. That's why I'm going to start using that trick. Look at that. French toast with the cream on top. It
All right.
it looks
now
like
I've got my two minions here. Come here, guys.
Oh, you got whipped cream.
I've got the whipped cream.
oh, they're hyped. They're hyped.
All right. Who wants first? Riley's oldest.
With the beanie and all, rub it in that it's nice and cold up there.
And the Huts jerseys. They're ready to go for
Yes.
game day. Is it good stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Good? All right. All right. You guys can eat this.
There we go. That's how you cook the French toast. On our Fantasy Now Plus preview show, I guess, to get you ready for your games. If you have any other questions, please drop them in the chat because we'll be logging off here in a very short time because, guys, this isn't my normal time slot and I haven't fixed my rosters yet. I've done nothing. So I'm going to actually go in for 2 and hang out with Topher and Jamie to see what they can do over there for me because I need some help, guys. Like, I wish I can use this form to ask you guys help. Like, what? Like, man,
Let's go.
Quentin Johnson out. Is this going to be a massive Lad game? Should people be looking out for Lad McConkey this week? Because I think it's going to be a big game for him, especially with Hampton out. I always thought they were going to use
it's
him as
gotta
an
be.
extension of the run game. Yeah,
It's got to be.
yeah. This has to be.
I would say I would actually start both wide receivers.
Yeah, Keenan and Lad
I know it
McConkey.
sounds funny, especially for that team, but with their running game the way it is, ooh.
All right, I got one for you. UB, I got one for you. Hold on. So, here's the question. Here's the biggest question I have for you guys. And this is not even just, this is kind of a trade question. So help me out. All right. I'm sitting pretty with a pretty deep lineup. I have Brees Hall, Judkins. I have Ashton Genty. I have Jordan Mason. So I'm pretty good at running back. I got Odunze Waddle. I have Rashee Rice coming back next week. And I have Trey McBride. But my quarterbacks are Daniel Jones, Dylan Gabriel, Jackson Dart, and Mac Jones. Would you, it's a super flex. Would you possibly be comfortable putting Jalen Waddle, knowing you're getting Rashee Rice back in that spot because you only need to start 2? So Jalen Waddle and Ashton Genty, and go out there and get me a stud like Baker Mayfield, top quarterback, because I don't know if I feel comfortable with Daniel Jones, Dylan Gabriel, and Jackson Dart as my starting quarterbacks going into the playoffs. I'm 4-1. I'm dominating. So would you guys be comfortable trading your Jalen Waddle and like an Ashton Genty, so 2 super studs, or 2 good guys, one's a super stud, one's just Jalen Waddle, or a top tier running quarterback? And you'd have to give up like a Dylan Gabriel too. So basically 3 for 1. Would you do that, Pudge?
No,
Okay.
not that. I couldn't. If you are
Super stud.
4-1, you're the 4-1 team, right?
Yeah.
So you should be getting the top player.
Yeah.
They should be trading you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
get a better
Oh,
quarterback.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
you
get
were
the Baker
trying to
Mayfield.
trade.
Oh, okay. So for example, this is what I sent out. This is my last trade I sent out in this trade, and these people don't want to deal with me because whatever. I sent out Dylan Gabriel, Jalen Waddle, and Ashton Genty for Justin Jefferson. Declined. Justin Jefferson's on a bye week this week. He is the person is 1-4. I'm just trying to get a
Okay.
super stud on my depth. I want a super stud, and people won't give it to me.
I don't understand the
you prefer
rationale
depth?
behind people keeping their stud when their team isn't performing. Obviously, you need help other places. You need consistency other places, and you're 1-4. So that's going to suggest you need to make some big changes immediately. Now, I'm in leagues like that as well, where these guys, they just hold on to their guys and they don't want to trade, but that's fine. I'll gladly, get into the playoffs, whether I win a championship or not. It is what it is. Usually comes down to a lot of luck, really, as far as the playoffs go. But I don't really understand the thought behind hoarding a guy like that.
I'm trying to trade Waddle, Tyler. I'm trying to trade Waddle. I am, but nobody wants to trade with the person. It's a home league, so they just don't like, because every time I make a trade, I'm the one who usually gets over, and nobody wants to be the one to help me win the championship. Unfortunately, I hate when leagues do team up again. Like when you're good in the league, those managers kind of like, I feel like it's a reality show where they get this kind of like group against you. Like, don't trade with Josh. I already did it once this year. I got $100 fab on Browning. It's a Superflex league. The guy made fun of me, and I was like, okay. I offered him Browning for Judkins straight up. He accepted, Snap accepted, and I laughed all my way to the bank, and I'm still laughing. So they want stuff like that not to happen, and I keep on doing it. That's why nobody's trading with me. It sucks. But we do have a question. Then we're going to get out of here. Should I flex more Bourne or Charbonnet?
Do you want more?
Charbonnet this week. I talked about him. I do like him this week against Jacksonville. I do think that they have to get him involved against Jacksonville to get some wins, obviously to get this win. Charbonnet is being used in the red zone more often, especially the goal line. So I'm a big fan of Charbonnet this year, at least with his usage currently. Kendrick Bourne, you can't deny what they're doing over there. So Kendrick Bourne could be a high volume play this week. And Moore, I'm assuming it's DJ Moore. I want no part of DJ Moore whatsoever. So it comes down to Kendrick Bourne or Charbonnet. I think Kendrick Bourne for the volume, right?
I'm actually gonna ride. So I wouldn't ride Flournoy, but I am riding Kendrick Bourne because Jennings and Ricky Pearsall and George Kittle are out. You could also try and see if you can get Tonjes. He might have another big game today. CMC is going to do CMC things. But I am going I'm going with Kendrick Bourne here. I know Dobbs had I think you meant Dubs from Green Bay. But yeah, I'm still going to ride Bourne here.
I'm riding
for
Bourne,
sure.
for sure. But yes, everyone, thank you for watching the stream. This was my first and I think last Sunday show, just because I'm a mess, guys. Last year, I hate to admit this because you guys will probably unfollow or whatever, but I'm a human. I started an inactive quarterback in my championship game last year. Kids will do that to you sometimes. So that's why I need every second of every Sunday to get ready for football, because you got 2 minions, as you said. I got 2 over here right now, and they demand a lot from us. So I appreciate everyone here watching the stream. We'll be back next week with Pudge, and I think you'll have Tommy Blair on as a guest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, Tommy and I will be back on.
Yes,
he was on last week.
He was on last week, so you'll have weren't Bourne and Jones together? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Media to follow. Hey, I don't blame you. No, but we are here. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning for cold brews and hot takes. Just myself. If you're new or if you haven't seen me before, I do a Monday show at 9 a.m. breaking down the highlights and lowlights of the weekend. Let you know who was bad, who was good, and what you should do afterwards. I'll also be on Tuesday with Charlene for the waiver show. I'll also be on Wednesday for the showdown with Sean Evans. I'm taking off Thursday, guys. I'm off Thursday, but I'll be back Friday with the IDP show. Yes, with Pudge himself. Justin is out all week. Justin's in Italy, so you'll have to deal with me on the shows that you usually watch, Justin. So with that being said, Pudge, do you want to get us out of here?
I love it. Hey, you've been great. I love you guys, and hopefully you had some good advice today with your French toast. See ya.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.